Hey everyone, it's your girl NC. So today's video is my most requested video. This video has been long awaited for many months now. It took me forever because I have my reasons. I was still trying to figure things out with Mac and a lot of things were going on, but now that, you know, everything's running smoothly, I'm ready to do a video. I get a lot of questions on how I got a job at Mac, how my experience was, what advice I can give you guys. I get a ton of questions, so I decided to make a video to help everyone out. It's gonna be a really long video, so I'm just gonna go straight into it. So the first thing that you want to do before you even step into the store and apply is to do your research. The first thing I did was watch every single video on how to get a job at Mac. Every single person's experience is so different, so I felt like, you know, that would prepare me for any kind of situation that I might encounter. Also do your research on, you know, the history of Mac, know about the programs like the Back to Mac, know about the Viva Glams, what they stand for, know about the pro discount that Mac provides. Just do your research on all the programs because that's very, very important. If you do not know any of these programs, chances are you're probably not gonna get the job. After I did my research, I made sure to work on my resume, put down any kind of makeup artist experience that you have. Also, if you have any kind of retail experience, that would look really good on your resume as well. I worked at Target for 4 years and I did go to school for makeup. It was like a 6-week course just so that I can become certified. It really doesn't matter if you went to school for makeup or not. It doesn't ruin your chances of getting a job at Mac. A lot of people ask me if they need to turn in like a portfolio or anything. I never had to. I never had to present one. I didn't even have one to show. After I was done with my resume, I printed out a ton of resumes, started passing them out to different stores around my location. You want to make sure you talk to a manager, and when you go in, you want to make sure your makeup is on point. We're all black, so you know they can imagine you as a Mac worker. If you guys want me to do a makeup tutorial on my look that I did, then just go ahead and let me know. I wore this look when I passed out my resumes, and then I also wore it to my makeup interview. So yeah, let me know if you guys want me to do that. If you're from San Diego, I heard it's a really good idea to turn in your resume to Mac Gaslamp in downtown. I didn't do that, but I felt like the Mac store at Fashion were the ones that actually did something with my resume. So I walked into the store and I asked for the manager. She went through my resume. She just told me that she will hand my resume to a recruiter, and if they like what they see, then they will give me a call back. That was back in November. I didn't get a call back until February. They didn't call me back until 3 months later. I totally forgot about Mac already. I was just like, okay, whatever, they don't want me. So I just moved on with my life. One day at work, I got a missed call from Mac and they left me a voicemail, so I called them back. The manager was really busy, so she told me to call her back in a few minutes. I told her that I was only on my 10-minute break, so she just told me to call her back when I was off. I don't know why I didn't think anything of it. I just thought she wanted me to call her back so that she can schedule an interview. Right when I got off, I went into the car, I called her. She put me on hold for a few minutes, and then when she came back, she was just like, "So Mai, why do you want to work for Mac?" And I was like, holy shit. She's interviewing me right now. I wasn't expecting a phone interview, so I was just like, crap. So I just started saying, what did I say? I just said something about how I was passionate about makeup and how I wanted to work for Mac because not only are they just a makeup company, but they provide so many programs that I would love to be a part of. And then she asked me what my top 3 favorite products were from Mac. And you want to make sure you answer this question really fast because I felt like she was testing to see if I actually do use Mac products. I jumped into telling her that I love the eyeshadows, and I started naming some of my favorite eyeshadows. And then she asked me if I knew any of the programs, and I started naming like every single one, and she was really impressed, and she told me that, you know, I'd be surprised how many girls don't know that. After that, she asked me to come in for a makeup interview. She asked me to wear all black, bring my own brushes, and a model. So when she told me to bring a model, I started freaking out because I didn't know who was available that day. I finally found a friend, and friend Janine. Thank you so much. She was such a great model. The day of, I called out of work. I wasn't gonna let that get in the way. I went down to the headquarters and there was about 15 or 16 people total. It was all girls and one boy, Manny. Hi Manny. He got hired with me. There was actually 2 different interview times, the evening one and there was a morning one. So basically I was competing against 15 other people and then probably about 16 people in the morning. When everyone arrived, we had a group interview. They went around and had you introduce yourself and then they started asking questions and whoever wanted to answer it, just raise your hand. My advice to you is, girl, every single question they ask, just raise your hand. Even if you don't know the answer or you don't have an answer in mind yet, just do it and pray they don't call you first. A lot of the girls didn't raise their hand at all. So yeah, that doesn't look good. I raised my hand for almost every single question. They just asked like you know, typical questions like what would you do if a customer did this. They just asked about like customer service. They asked what the newest collection was and nobody got the answer. Like nobody knew. This was around the time where the Viva Glam Rihanna just came out and you know the ballerina collection came out. But the newest collection at the time was actually the CC and BB creams. No one got that right. So yeah, I'm glad that no one else got it, because I don't want them feeling tight. They stopped picking me because I was answering too many questions, so they started picking on people that were really quiet. After the group interview, we had to do the makeup application. Dun dun dun. That was pretty scary because they only give us 30 minutes and I like to take my time when I'm doing makeup. I take at least an hour, so I was like, oh my gosh, 30 minutes? That's insane. A lot of the scenarios that I heard were like, you know, doing a daytime look and then changing it up into a nighttime. I heard, you know, they tear a magazine and you have to recreate it. I heard that they switch, you know, models, so you're doing someone else's model. And yeah, I was prepared for all of that, but none of that was my scenario. My scenario was a 30-year-old lady who never wears makeup comes into the store and wants to get her makeup done for like a company party or something. When they said 30-year-old and someone who's never worn makeup, I just automatically said, you know, I'm gonna do a natural makeup. I know people who've never worn makeup before are really afraid of color. They gave you like a few minutes to grab your products, and I wanted to make sure I grabbed everything because during the whole application I didn't want to walk back and forth. It just, I don't know, I just felt like that didn't look right. So I grabbed, you know, the foundations, all the like eyeshadows that I was using, and I forgot concealer, which was horrible. During your application, you want to make sure you're talking to your model and walking them through the application, and also talking about the products, because, you know, you want to show that you can sell the product. I was so nervous. I didn't know what to say to my model, so, you know, I just kept doing her makeup, and I just told her like, yeah, if they, you know, whenever they come by, just let me know, and so I can start talking. So, you know, I'm doing her makeup and she's kind of like hinting to me that they're behind. So I was just like, you know, this eyeshadow is very versatile. You can use this for your eyes, you can actually use this for your eyebrows, and you can even use this to contour your cheeks. I don't know, I'm just making up shit. So the area that you're working with is so tiny, and not only is it tiny, but you have to share it with the person next to you. So literally, like, this was my space right here. That was my space. Oh gosh, I have the worst luck ever. So keep in mind that the area is so tiny, and there's a trash can right under it, right? When I went to go grab something, some of my brushes and some of the eyeshadows fell in the trash can. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? It was like my blending brush. I used rice paper on the lids, and that eyeshadow fell down too. I just kept going. I wasn't gonna dig in the trash can like in the middle of the interview. So I was trying to put mascara on her. For some reason the disposable wouldn't go all the way into the tube. So I was like, what the hell? And so, okay, that just looks so wrong. I was just like, what the hell? So then I just scraped whatever I could. I was just scraping the sides of the tube, and then I just applied that on her. And then time was up. After time was up, the managers criticized every single look. So I think I was the last one. When they came around to me, they didn't really say anything bad about my look. They just told me to apply more mascara. I didn't say anything because I feel like working in the makeup industry, you have to know how to take criticism, especially at your interview. Do not argue back. Like, whatever they say, just take it, just accept it. I wanted to tell them about like the disposable wand not going all the way in, but I wanted to show that I was able to take criticism. So I didn't say anything, I just shushed. Being in this industry, you're not perfect. You know, there's always room to grow. When people are telling you things that you should work on, just accept it and better yourself. They're not here to talk down on you. They're here to help you and let you know what you can work on and all that stuff. You don't want them to remember you for that. Just take the criticism and actually thank them for, you know, letting you know what you need to work on. After that, they said that if they want to hire you, they will give you a call back within 7 days. Before I left, I said bye to the managers and I just kind of thanked them for giving me this opportunity, and I let them know that I had so much fun, because I really did. I told myself, I was like, even if I didn't get the job, I had so much fun. The vibe, meeting everyone, it was such an amazing experience. I walked out pretty confident. 7 days go by and I didn't get a call. I was just so bummed, and I was just like, what the hell? Like, I felt like I did so good. They barely even criticized me. You know, like what happened? They told us to not contact them, but I did anyways. One of the managers was just like, you know, just be patient with us. The process takes really long. I was just like, okay, that's her nice way of saying, bitch, we don't want you. I was so sure that this was for me and this was my plan, but I was just like, you know what, I'll just put this all in God's hand. A month goes by and then I get a random call from them. The manager said that they wanted to offer me a freelance position, so I was just like, oh my gosh. That was in March. Okay, the manager told me that I can't work until I get my employee ID number. She said it was gonna take about like a week or two. So 2 weeks go by and they said that they haven't received our employee ID number yet. A month goes by, 2 months go by, 3 months go by. I was at an interview with Mac again, and I was talking to the manager and I told him that I haven't even started freelancing yet. That day I received my employee ID number. The Luring Aquatic Collection event was coming up. That's like the biggest event of this year. They wanted to make sure we were able to work that day, so then they gave us our employee ID numbers, and yeah. My very first gig was an event, which was crazy. I felt like I was thrown in the fire. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. It was a 3-day event and it was just so much fun. Okay, so I get a lot of questions about what the difference is between freelance and permanent. Permanent, you work at a store, like you're just stuck at that store. And with freelance, you're basically on call, so you just go to any store in your location. So if someone calls out or if they need extra people, say, you know, it's a busy day and they need someone to come in, they just give you a call and see if you can come in. One thing that sucks about freelance is that you don't have guaranteed hours. If no store needs you, then, you know, you can't work. So it's really important to really show that you're a hard worker so that they want you to come back. Be really friendly and energetic. Build friendships that will help you out a lot. In the beginning, it was so hard for me. I slowly started getting calls from stores, and you want to make sure to not turn anything down, because you want to show them that you're very reliable and that they can count on you whenever they call you. Just be really patient and be persistent. Just stay positive and everything will fall in place. Good things will come to you. People will fall in love with you. Just be yourself. That's pretty much my experience. I don't know what else to say. I hope this video was very helpful. I'm always encouraging other people to apply. I hope that you guys got something out of this. Don't lag. If this is something that you really want to do, go for it. Trust me, it's worth it. It's so much fun. The pay is amazing. What are you waiting for? Let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys can message me, comment down below, and I will try my best to respond. I believe that is it. If you guys found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.